only got one more intro. No, I gotta have two intros. There you go.
Check me out, check me out. Oh, wolf pack, wolf pack. Check me out. This is just a sample. I'm not finished. I kind of messed it up a little bit, but you see where I'm going with it. Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all.
Respect, respect, respect. Respect to everybody. James Wilson, Romo, Bronze, Flat Power God. Respect. And at 115, Tony, our boy, our brother, Jason is going live, doing his first live today at 115.
Yes, sir.
We're packing in the fat. We'll pack takeover.
We taking it over. We taking it over.
Hey, I did part one yesterday afternoon. I did part two last night, and here's part three for the Crown Act. Right, man. I'm finna break it down. It's gonna be a series of this, and I was talking to Armando on the back end when 2024 roll around. I'm gonna break down all the politicians that's in the running for president. You know what I'm saying? What they for, what they against, all that stuff. But I ain't gonna get. I'm not gonna get too radical like I usually do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know how radical I can get.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't do
hmm
politics that much. I might
hmm
not be on. I might not, because you know what? It's when you do politics, nobody wants to listen to understand what the other person thinks about their beliefs and what they strong with. And I get
hmm
kind of upset and want to go to their house and talk to them personally and
Yeah,
moving on.
yeah. But no reason I said that is you got to look at the politicians like this right here. what they running on, what they standing on, what they basing their thing on. Is it good for you? You see what I'm saying? Is it good for us? You see what I'm saying? As a community, and that's what they got to look at. But some people don't look at it that way. They just they just stuck in this cultural situation. My mama, my grandmama, my great grandmama, whatever, whatever, was Democrat, Republican, Independent. So that's what I'm a voter. You see what I'm saying? So to each his own. But back to the subject at hand, the Crown Act. Don't you know in Georgia, it's only 4 counties? Only 4 counties in Georgia got a law about the Crown Act.
Let me guess. Fulton County, Clayton County,
Mm-hmm.
um, what's that other one out there? Not Clayton. DeKalb County.
Nope. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. You got Clayton County, right? That's the whole county of Clayton County, so the cities don't matter. The city of East Point, Gwinnett County, that's surprising right there, ain't it?
Now, Gwinnett County does surprise me a little bit.
South Fulton, Georgia, that's not surprising right there. And here's the one that probably shocked you the most: Stockbridge.
You said Stockbridge?
Yeah, Stockbridge.
Mm, 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 mm.
And only 3 cities and only 2 counties got the Crown Act. And here's the cities in the United States that got the Crown Act: Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Newburgh Heights, Ohio. I never heard of that. Akron, Columbus, Cincinnati, Ohio. I don't know why they got Newburgh Heights, Ohio here twice, which don't make no sense. Dan County, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I can't pronounce this other Wisconsin city. Wauwatosa. Covington, Kentucky. Frankfort, Kentucky. Lexington, Kentucky. Louisville, Kentucky. Asheville, North Carolina. Buncombe County, North Carolina. Chapman County, North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina. Durham, North Carolina. Orange County, North Carolina. Greensboro, North Carolina. Raleigh, North Carolina. Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Kansas City, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri. Montgomery County, Maryland. Temple, Arizona. Tulsa, Arizona. Broward County, Florida. Shocking. That's shocking to me right there. Miami Beach, Florida. Austin, Texas. Dallas County, Texas. Harris County, Texas. Pflugerville, Texas. Shreveport, Louisiana. New Orleans, Louisiana. And the U.S. Virgin Islands. Right? But basically, the whole state of Texas, the whole state of Arkansas, I would say the whole state of Louisiana passed it, whole state of Tennessee, the whole state of Virginia, whole state of New York, Connecticut, Maine.
Hey, do this. While
Mm-hmm.
you are, before you go, because there's some people who probably didn't watch your first 2 shows
Mm-hmm.
talking about the Clown Act. Why don't you go ahead and give them a definition of it?
Oh, that's what I'm finna do now. Yeah, and I think that should be a federal law, but it did pass in the Senate when Cory Booker tried to get it passed. You know what I'm saying? It did pass in the Senate. The Crown Act is stands for creating a respectful and open world for natural hair. The official campaign of the Crown Act is led by the Crown Coalition, founded by Dove, National Urban League, Color of Change, and the Western Center of Law and Property. The Crown Act, which stands for creating a respectful and open world for natural hair is a law that prohibits race-based hair discrimination, which is denial of employment and educational opportunity because of hair texture or protect hairstyles including braids, locks, twists. You get the point. Everybody get the point in that. Because how many times we seen have we seen people with their hair all wild and all that stuff coming into the office or is the workplace in the school, right?
Yeah.
And they and that be their natural hair. See, I did this. The part one and part two yesterday about two young people. One high schooler, right? He got locks. They got over. They suspended about two or three times. He in school. He's is in school well, suspension. When they passed the on that, said it don't fit their dress code because his locks when it's not up come past his eyebrow. Make that make sense?
Or let's take it deeper than that. A couple of years ago, a a referee made this African American boy cut his braids because he said that you can't have braids to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
The young boy cut his braids on site,
Mm-hmm.
but that was just a rule that certain referee
Had.
made up himself. Because how many people have you seen wrestle? Well, you'll let the Caucasian dude wrestle with long hair, but you won't allow the black boy to wrestle with dress.
Okay. I'm taking it for that. That's a little older kid, right? In high school, whatever. Think what it does to a 7-year old little girl in Maryland. She been on a all-star cheerleader for 3 years. So, in other words, since she was 4 years old. You know, her hair naturally curly and long, and her mom put it up like had two options, right? And she put it up in one of the options. And the coach, she goes to a competition, and the coach told her she can't compete with her team. And you know when a child is passionate about something, you want to back them. Your children passionate about something, you're gonna back them up on it, right?
Yeah.
Other words, I asked this question yesterday. I said, how many melanated parents wanted their children to compete so bad that they did what that coach or the coach or that organization or that cheer system told them to do about their child's hair?
Now I'm a intervene with this because
Mm-hmm.
most people don't know. I used to coach all-star cheerleading.
Uh-huh.
That was my way of giving back to the community. And we were competitive, like the ones you see on TV.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Certain organizations, and I had plenty too. I worked in a few of them. They want everybody to look the same. That's a part of the uniform. Is everybody look the same? But at one point, everybody was going for the bob cuts.
Yeah.
And me and a couple of other black coaches like, whoa, no. You white girls can do that. You can tell the white girls to do that, but you're not telling the black girls to do that.
Yeah.
We'll figure
And
it
yeah. And her mother said, And guess what they would then they would twist it around and say her mother was an angry black woman.
See, some people say they be out. They step out of line a lot.
Yeah. But she did but her mother didn't step out of line. She just told them that her daughter is not gonna if you don't want her daughter to cheer because her pretty hair, She sent the photo of how her hair looked, right? And they said, "Oh, the picture don't look like her hair in real life."
Or her parents need to find another gym to go to.
Yeah, and just think, and I'm just looking at how that little girl feels, and how what the impact they're going to be. See, you heard stories of men get fired for a job because of their hair.
Well, that's the same thing as these folks not being hired because they got tattoos,
Yeah,
or these folks being can't be hired because they got piercings.
yeah. See, I can understand some job like the food industry about piercing. You see what I'm saying? I can understand that. Your piercing might fall off and fall into somebody's food. I understand that. But you can put something in there, uh, where the hole at, it keeps it from closing up. It still work. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's not
But
about it's not about that. First of all, let's look at the whole scheme of things. First of all, organization got to understand that times has changed from certain ties to polo shirts.
yep,
But at the end of the day, though, they could, the organization, especially if it's privately owned, they can hire whoever the hell they want to hire,
yeah,
and without giving reason.
yeah, and they can fire whoever they want to fire without giving a reason. But then again, they still got to follow the laws, or the federal laws and the state laws and the city laws and the county laws. See what I'm saying? There's still laws they got to follow. Like some don't have to give you a reason, but when you find something, if you don't hire 'em, okay, that's no problem. But you fire 'em cause oh, you said they didn't do this, but it turns out they did do this, but you did it for another reason. You're in trouble. That's how some of these uh, uh companies get in trouble. You see what I'm saying? It's just like what was it? I'm trying to think. This black lady. She worked for. I'm going ahead and say it. Bank of America. I'm going ahead and say the bank. I'm going to say the bank name. She was up there high in the ranking, and they fired her. Said she was doing this, she was doing that, but come find out she wasn't.
Well, now it's time to be called Bank of whatever her first name is.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I look like this right here. You don't people in these high positions don't know what the people that working under them at these stores or whatever business you're in. Sometimes they don't know who they're dealing with. See, people like us, you told it myself, we're gonna want to know the reason why you got rid of us. And it better be legitimate.
Hell, I want to know why the hell you didn't hire me.
Yeah. And that too. Cause people say, oh, you're not qualified, and you have somebody that less qualified than me. I don't care what skin color it is, but skin color for instance.
No. Don't do the skin color.
Let, let, let,
Do
let,
do
let-
do do the age, because the age thing is really the kicker right now. A lot of
yeah.
people are not hiring people that is that has some age on them.
Hmm. Okay. Let's take the age right quick. All right. All right. Let's say me and you go for a job, and two other people there for a job. Me, you got the experience, right? But these other two, they're like younger than us, a little stronger than us. They get hired. Oh, oh, we can't hire you. Okay, why you can't hire me? What excuse you gonna give us? They're gonna have to think of some lame excuse
But
But
nowadays, bro, they don't even give you a reason why. They
yeah,
just tell you that we have gone a different direction.
yeah. What they fail to realize, what some of the employees fail to realize is that some of the employees that working for them, it's gonna come tell you, oh, they didn't hire you because your age. Oh, okay. You see what I'm saying? They fail to realize that because they see how the company and organization works. Oh, they didn't hire you because your hair. They didn't hire you because of this, your body type. Yeah, you know you're supposed to go to interview with some decorum or dress, right?
Yeah.
You supposed, yeah, and to an interview. Hey, I want to ask the respect just ETV and B Rob. I want to ask you this question. I want to ask you this question right here, Tony, and B Rob and Chat. If a guy comes in with the pants sagging and the application look good, and the guy come in a dress uniform, dressed to a T for like he going to interview, he really want the job, and the other guy got sagging pants, he really want the job, but the guy in the dress suit, application don't look as good. Who would you hire? Would you just throw the
Now,
application? Would you just throw the? Would you go by the application, or would you go by the way they look or how they
tech
dressed?
is supposed to go by how they answer questions.
Yeah,
If you put it all together, it's how you answer the question. Because if you go with your pants sagging, but you know what you're talking about, and you answer those questions, then everybody else goes on look like are you
yeah,
going to good look for the and not a good fit?
yeah, yeah, and that will usually get people these companies in trouble, right? That's why they having so much problem because they going on how the people dress, not by how they answer the question, and not by the application.
Well, then again, some of these folks are still old school of how they do things.
Yeah,
Okay, and shirt and tie. This is my biggest argument when it comes to people at work. And I don't work federal. I don't work civilian side. I don't do a lot of jobs. Right? Federally, or when they tell men have to have on pants, shirt and tie, maybe a jacket, dress like that, like people in the bank do.
uh
Okay, and then women could come open toes, skirts, and so why can't a brother wear shorts?
huh.
Khaki shorts is damn near the same thing as your doggone skirt, right?
Yeah, yep, yep. And I just had thought of something too, and I just had it, but I lost it. Right. You know why? You know when I said that a man on the street a man or woman that's sleeping on the street or dressed down, you know, had them good clothes on, look ragged and all that stuff. You think they don't have no money, but they do. But a guy and girl that dressed to a T, got the name brands and stuff on, like they got money, and they don't. You judging? See, some companies and some people things by judge the book by a cover, right?
That is true.
But the cover might look good, but the book might be boring as hell. You know what I'm saying? So I said that to say this right here. You can't judge nobody by that hair texture. Our hair is naturally what it is.
Naturally nappy. Go ahead and say it. Go down that rabbit hole. Naturally
You already did
nappy.
it. Hey, you already did it. You already went down that hole. See, and the thing is, black women, I'm going to say melanated men and women cannot put their hair in all kind of. They can put their hair in all kind of style and still look good. See, they want our melanated sisters and little girls want the straight hair, right?
Mm-hmm. But
But
listen,
that but it ain't gonna happen. They want Becky with what's that? What that song saying used to be? Becky with the good hair.
but listen, our babes do have good hair. They got
Oh yeah.
natural, and I get
Oh, that's what
so
I'm finna
mad
get at.
I
Go
don't get
ahead.
so mad with our sisters when they want to be calling out flamboyant color hair. So you are black as dog Jesus' feet, but you want to wear blonde gold hair. You get so mad with that.
Yeah.
Use what
Yeah,
God make that beauty stick out.
you're right. And you get this right here. I understand the weave. I understand the wig. I understand all of that. I understand all of that, right? Then you want to go put all these chemicals in your hair for what? Ladies. Some of the chemicals that you put in your hair could cause cancer. Then if
Some
you
of it
don't put it in right,
your stuff fall out.
what you said, Tony? You'll break it up a
Some of
little
these
bit.
chemicals make your hair fall out.
Oh, that's what I'm finna get at. Then you got no choice but wear a wig. See, when are our sisters gonna learn that their natural hair is beautiful and gorgeous, just the way it is? Some of our sisters can grow long hair, but they want to go press it and all the other stuff. That's what I said about that young girl, 7 year old, and she was passionate about it, being on the cheer team. Like you said, Tony, I would go put my daughter on another squad. Before I put my daughter on another squad, I would vet the coaches. You see what I'm saying? I would vet the coaches. Cause
Yeah.
hey, if you notice, look at the bands, look at the cheerleaders, right? How many black women, young ladies, got that wig on to look like the Caucasians?
To look like everybody else.
Yeah. Only a few wear their natural hair as cheering. Only a few wear their hair as a majorette or on a dance team. Even in the HBCU, you see that, right? Think about it.
Yeah. Everybody's trying to bring on a new norm of I gotta match my counterpart.
Yeah. Not
Hey,
knowing. Go ahead, B Rob.
I got a couple of minutes, man, before I go to work, man. I ain't mean to get off topic, but I'm going back to what y'all talking about the guy getting a job and whatnot from the guy who got his pants second, but got a good resume.
Hey, B Rob. Hey, it all the same thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, and the guy with the suit don't got no goddamn experience. Be honest with you, with heart of hearts, yeah, you want to dress nice and be presentable. But I'm gonna go with the guy with the saggy pants. Only thing you gotta tell him is to pull his pants up and dress normally, and I hire him. If the guy with the suit don't know anything, think he better than somebody because he wear a suit, I ain't gonna hire you, bro. I'm gonna hire the guy who know what the hell he doing. I'm not gonna just hire you because of of your looks, man. I want to go for who you know, what you know. That's our problem. We are judging folks as what we see instead of knowing what kind of person the individual is. And down there to the girls with their hair and stuff like that, man, it don't matter how you get your hair. Women, beautiful black women got beautiful hair. The problem
Come on,
is, just
preach.
like y'all said, bro, they put too much chemicals in their hair trying to compete with these other races, you know, the other race cultures. Be proud. I always love a woman with natural, beautiful, long hair. I always have. Ain't nothing wrong with women with short hair. But my type of woman, I like a woman with beautiful hair. And you don't have to put fake hair on your head to make yourself presentable. Learn how to take care of your hair. And don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do. It's your own hair. If you want to keep your hair, go find another job that will allow you to keep your hair. I'm going to tell you this and I'm going to let y'all go. I was working at Renner Center in Thomasville, Alabama almost 10 years ago. And they told I had braids back then. I came in and going to work, doing my job. I got a low, I keep a braided mohawk like my style would be. Low haircut. I braid my hair and put in the ponytail. Those women over at the job who was over me, my manager told me to cut my hair. And I'm like, why you want me to cut my hair? I'm not cutting my hair. Because I keep my hair looking neat. I don't have it a mess. I always have it braided. I always keep my hair cut. No, it's the policy. It's the policy. You got to cut it. You know me, man. You know I need my job and I need to keep my bills paid. I was living with my mother and my grandma at the time. And I got a cut. I cut it. And I hated it. I cried when I got my hair cut. My uncles cut my hair. And I came back to work normally. Then there's another guy that got hired, a flamboyant looking guy, skinny guy. He had a mohawk like what I had. He kept his hair. They ain't told him to cut his hair. But so you telling me to cut my hair, but you got this old flamboyant Fruit Loop to keep his hairstyle look like Odell Beckham when he had the mohawk with the goddamn blonde on top of his head. But you told him to keep his haircut, but you told me to cut mine. So you got favoritism, huh? So yeah, I know you don't like me, but the next time I come back with long hair and you tell me to cut it, I'm gonna give you the big old bird on your finger and tell you to fuck yourself. I'm not cutting my hair. Fire me if you want to. If you want me to cut my hair, tell that fool to cut his.
See, one big mistake. Never, ever do. See, they talk about policy, right? It ain't policy they were following. It's culture.
Yes.
It was culture. Am I right, Tony? It's culture.
That's
See,
right.
see, you have policy. Be right. You heard me say this millions of times. Culture will eat policy alive any day and every day. See, okay, they told you because it was policy. Okay, you know what I would told them? Okay, go get the book. Let us look at the policy that you talking about I broke.
Mm-hmm.
Go get the book. Show me the dress code that I broke. Okay, and guess what they would have did? Like they'll start stuttering.
Of course they will. Cause I snapped on her one time. And then when I cussed one of that, and I cussed their asses out one time. Why you do that for? You ain't no way to do that. You just got fired. I said, go ahead and fire me. You ain't gonna talk shit to me and then turn around and tell me what I can and cannot do either. Y'all, man, like I said, I don't like to work under people that have favoritism, bro. I'd rather lose my job and find another job to find somebody else I'm gonna ask the kid.
Yeah,
I don't kiss no ways.
See, this is what you do right here. Tony, tell me, stop me if I'm wrong on this. When you get a job, read all the policies and the rules of that company or the business you're working for. Study that. Yeah. Study that.
And brothers, I'm finna drop back down. I'm gonna head back to work, bro.
All right.
Y'all be easy, man. God bless y'all, man. Y'all be safe out here, bro.
Yeah. Respect Silverback King. Romo. You got to look at the policy and you got to break them down. See, like I tell Tony, you heard me say this a whole lot. Laws. Look what they got on the books. Look what they try to put on the books for us and against us. Because you don't know the laws that are for you or against you, you're stuck. You don't know. You ain't gonna know what to do. That's just like going to work for somebody. See, our hair is naturally beautiful. Our women hair is our black women hair is naturally beautiful. Cause I'm like this right here. If you think the Caucasians, the Hispanics, the Asian, the Arabs is not going to put the stitches in their hair often they look because they are doing it because we are doing it, you're sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken. Look at all the trends that our brothers and sisters have started and the other people have followed, right? And they have followed and stolen. You see what I'm saying? Try to make it their own. We, as melanated people, are the trendsetters. Are we not?
We are some natural leaders.
Yeah. But like I said, you got to know the rules and policy of what you're getting into.
Hey guys,
And, hey,
go ahead.
and let me finish up. Let me finish up.
Okay, go ahead.
And that mother of that 7-year-old girl, she knew the rules and policy. That's why she had some pushback. You see what I'm saying? Which she could sue. You see what I'm saying? So you got to have some pushback. And here's, hey Tony and Romo, here's some of the states. There's 25 of them that got the Crown Act law. Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Tennessee, Texas, Virginia, and Washington. In some states, some cities got that law about the Crown Act.
I really don't like the name of it.
Yeah, the Crown Act. Yeah, it kind of. I think they kind of shortened it up instead of having that long sentence that I had read.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of like an acronym. Acronym is short for a lot of words, basically. Am I right, Tony?
You're right. It sounds like an acronym. Something.
I think it's a good acronym, actually.
Because our hair is our crown.
Hey, they said Jesus hair was like wool. If you never touched some wool before, that's some nasty stuff.
Yeah, and
Wool is actually not nappy, but okay.
How's it not nappy? It is. You got to do a lot to straighten that thing out, or to get.
Wool comes off of sheep. But I wanted to ask you guys one question. Have you ever walked into an interview and been interviewed as you were a white man? Has anybody here had that experience?
Explain yourself.
yeah, I want to know this. I want to hear this.
Okay, this is gonna be good. Okay, look, I have been all over this nation to some of the top tennis clubs in the nation. Okay, I've lived in 6 different states. I almost went to Club Med to coach. And what I experienced, and this is over 20, this is a 20-year career. Okay, I just retired when COVID hit. what I experienced as a black man going into a white tennis center was something that you wouldn't expect. Going into that situation where they need black people, right? That are qualified to coach at their tennis centers because there aren't many of us. You might have about maybe 50 tennis coaches in the nation black that are actually professionals that play professional sports. So when I would go into these tennis centers, at first I would be like, "Oh my God, there's no way they're gonna hire me in here, right?" It was completely opposite. As a matter of fact, they never background checked me. You know why? Because they would have had to background check all the other white guys in there. So when I would go to these tennis centers, I was interviewed like a white man. The last position I had was at Chastain Park here in Atlanta. It's one of the most prestigious parks in Georgia, right? I'm one of the only black men to ever teach tennis there. They didn't even ask me for my real name, bro. I told them that everybody knows me as Omar, right? That's Ramo backwards, right? But that's not my real name. I have an African name. And I went through the whole procedure with the whole application process all the way to my first paycheck where I had to actually tell them my real name. And that's the way these white boys are getting ahead out here. They don't go through the same process that we go through. My whole hiring process for 20 years was completely different. It wouldn't have mattered if I had dreads. It wouldn't have mattered anything because when they want you, they gonna take you, and that's what they do with them white boys. That's how these white boys end up getting jobs that make $140,000. They working over here at this little company. You don't even know the name of the company, right? They're making 140,000. That's how they're getting ahead. They're not being scrutinized like we are. We up here worrying about hair. That's the last thing no white people worrying about is some white boy's hair or piercings or anything like that when they're going for a job. It's 10 times harder for us to get a job at McDonald's than it is for the white man.
I got to push back. I got to push back. I'm gonna tell you the reason why they hired you.
No, you can't tell me. Whoa, whoa, hold on, because I'm gonna push
I
back.
heard you.
No,
I heard.
I'm gonna push
I
back
heard
on
you.
that because you can't tell
No,
me
hold on,
why they
hold on.
hired me.
Ramon.
You can't tell me why they
I'm gonna
hired
drop
me.
you.
You
I'm
can
gonna drop
ask
you.
me
You don't
why
be
they
quiet. I'm
hired
gonna
me.
drop you. I'm gonna drop you. I'm gonna drop you. I'm
You
gonna
can
drop
drop
you.
me if you want.
Listen,
What?
You can't tell me why they hired me.
I'm gonna tell you.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell
stop.
you.
I
I'm
can
gonna tell
tell
you.
you why they hired me.
All
You
Look,
can
right,
give me
listen.
your opinion,
Hey,
but I
listen.
know why they
This
hired
is
me. They hired me because I was a fucking incredible tennis player and because I'm
no,
extremely
no,
articulate and I'm a great
no,
tennis coach.
no, no,
That's why
no,
they hired me.
no, no,
Period.
no,
They didn't
no.
look at my color.
Yes, they did.
When you guys go into a poor
Listen.
position,
Sometimes you got to close your mouth, open your ears, and listen to somebody.
sometimes you got
What?
to
What?
listen to
What?
the truth and stop
What?
having the
What
opposite opinion against the
the,
truth. I'll
the
talk to
truth.
y'all later.
The truth is, he didn't want to hear my opinion. See, no reason they hired him is because they had all these other white tennis coaches, right? And if they didn't hire him, he had a grounds for a lawsuit, and they didn't want that. They had to have somebody in there in color to hire him. You see where I'm going with it, Tony?
I hear where you're going with it, but
See, he
no,
didn't want to hear that. He didn't want to hear that. He didn't want to hear that. He didn't want to hear that. You could be, you can be a melanated sister, a melanated brother, be articulate all you want to. How many melanated brothers and sisters was articulate but didn't get that job? See,
talk
he
about
don't want to hear the truth. On this channel, we tell the truth. We see for what it is. We see for what it is, don't we?
it. We sure do.
Did you see you knew where I was going with it, didn't you, Tony?
I knew it. He just didn't want to listen.
He didn't want to accept what I was about to say. See, one, he talking about it ain't about the hair. Sometimes it is about the hair. It's all the time. I'm gonna say I said sometimes it's all about the hair, and all the time it's about the skin color.
Well, here's the deal though. This is where
Hmm
he lost me on that.
You are applying for a job that is a dominantly white position. Tennis for black folks didn't come out. There was the Arthur Ashe, but before Arthur Ashe, who was there?
One of the
Nowhere.
one of the
When
black woman,
black.
Athena.
Okay, we had her too. But we're until Arthur Ashe, what black person was really known for tennis until the sisters came out.
Hardly nobody.
Okay, so you're applying for a job. You might be good at tennis. I understand. You might be a great coach, but saying that you was interviewed like a white person, that doesn't make no sense to me at all.
Nah,
That's why I said explain yourself.
yeah. See,
Some of these jobs are needing that they know that they have to have some jobs know that they have to have a quota of black folks before because of where things are going. So I gotta hire me a black dude.
yeah.
I
See,
gotta hire me a black girl.
it got to be a diversity in there. Although they might not like it, they got to do it because you talk about interview like a white guy. How do you interview somebody like a white guy, a white person, a
Yeah,
Caucasian?
yeah. I don't understand. Oh, because they didn't know my name, my real name uh until they gave my first check.
Yeah. And the thing
Okay,
about it is,
that's
the
fraud,
question,
isn't it?
yeah, the question is, when you went in that interview, why didn't you tell them your real name? That is the question I got. That's the question I got. You didn't catch that, did you?
No, I caught that.
See, this ain't called Let's Talk Like Adult with D2 TV for nothing. We get to the truth, don't we?
Yeah,
And we
we
speak
sure
the
do.
truth.
We sure do.
See, Tony, you was in your profession. You was in the military too, right? And I was in the military, right?
Right.
We learn to listen to how people talk and what they say and the word they use, right?
Right.
And we listen real well because we had to. Because we didn't listen real well in the military,
You died.
you die. See, you're not going to come on here and sell my audience that BS without me having pushback on it. Tony, sometimes I have pushback on you, don't I?
Yeah. But guess what?
You
I'm going to listen to your pushback so we can see what's going on.
respect Tony, respect Steady Grinding. And how many times me and Armando had pushback on live? Have you seen with each other? But we listen and we come to an understanding. It's something that you don't want to listen. If you don't want to listen to nobody's opinion, how you going to learn?
We just talked about that just a couple of days ago.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of funny how some of my live comes to the live I be doing, right? Kind of funny how that happens, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
People think I just be here talking just to be talking. He talking about he been all over the place. Tony, we've been all over the world in the military, huh? All
We've been
different type of people.
all over the place.
Different type of people. All different kind of attitudes. And to say that our hair is not some cause of our people getting a job, our people losing the job, our people get kicked off teams and had to alter their hair, get kicked out of school for their hair is ludicrous to me. It's ludicrous to me. Tony, make it make sense to me.
Hey, listen. Don't ask me to make nothing make sense because what happened. The thing is that some of us black folks think that they are Caucasian,
Yeah.
and they think they fit the bill of being Caucasian.
Yeah.
Some
See,
of our I see why people think that they're confused.
yeah, this is what I want to see. Okay, if you think you white, if you think you Caucasian, okay, go to an all Caucasian town. See how long you last. They don't like black people, melanated people, and think you black. How long do you think that'll last?
Mm, give it a good year until you do something. Just catch a traffic ticket to see what happens.
Yeah, and think about this. There is still some sundown town. Just to put that out there.
Mm,
Just to put that out there. Would I be
mm-hmm.
lying if I said that?
No, you would not be lying if you said it.
Go to that sundown town and try to be out at a certain time of night. See what happens. If you think you're white, if you think you're Caucasian. See, people fail to realize that it starts in the home. We got to teach our children, hey, everything in this world, people going to judge you on your looks, but they're not going to judge you on what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, how good you at it.
We're not at that point yet.
Yeah. Just like I explained yesterday afternoon, all the riches that was created, just about all the riches that were created by melanated people and stolen. Some was stolen.
There's so much that we've done that has been stolen.
Yeah, but let some of these melanated people think they white. Tell it. Everything was created by Caucasian, right? Let them tell it.
Let them tell it.
Let them tell it. All the trends that's going on, the dance trends, the fashion trends, were created by Caucasians. I got some bad news for y'all, melanated people that think y'all white. They wasn't.
Mm.
They wasn't. See, I was ready for him to come up here today, Tony. That crazy how it sounds, ain't it?
Right, yeah. Hey, you. The dude had me from beginning when he said the first thing was y'all think hair is at least important for these white folks. And why do they have a law called the Clown Law or the Clown Act?
You noticed that too. See, I had to laugh at that. I had to laugh at that. I had muted up and started laughing. I can't believe that actually came out his mouth. See, I got a question, Tony. You think he'll be back over here?
No, he's gonna go. He's gonna go over there with everybody else and say, "Oh, he kicked me off."
Hey, did I kick him off?
Well, he didn't shut his mouth.
No, I didn't. Look, I didn't even touch the drop button on him. He said, "I'm finna go." It's on video. It's on video.
Oh well, listen. Hey, listen, bro. I don't know who did what. I was trying to be. I was trying to be to say, "Hey, we got to listen to each other."
Yeah. See, that's why I try to. That's why I try to get him to hush up because I know you had something to say. I was gonna sit back and let you say what you had to say. But no, he didn't give nobody a chance. He always want to talk. That's why I said sometimes you gotta close that soup cooler of yours and clean the wax out of your ears to listen to hear. See, he didn't want that pushback because you knew You knew when he got through talking. I already knew you had a pushback too. I already knew you had one too. I know you already had. Huh?
Honestly,
Uh huh.
I lost all respect for old boy when he started talking.
Yeah. And look, I sat out here listening. You know what they say? Let somebody talk long enough, they tell on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Notice how he came here bragging. That's where I lost respect, right? Because that's the same thing he said yesterday.
I'm a tennis coach.
Yeah.
And okay, great. You're a tennis coach. But what does that got to do with the topic at hand?
Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm finna ask him? You know what I'm finna ask him? You remember when Serena Williams, Venus Williams get ready to play that tennis match? And they were talking
Mm-hmm.
about her beads in her hair?
Mm-hmm. Sure
Wait a
do.
minute. Uh, don't they have to do something with her crown, with her hair?
They gave her pushback all the time.
Yeah. So that's where I'm finna see. That's where I'm finna go with it. See, what you said was you was a cheer coach, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But you stood up for what was right. You're not finna make these kids do something to their hair when you're not doing the same thing across the board. Put
Yeah,
it in a bob.
I can see it. I can see it. You telling all the girls, "Hey, I want your hair straight." Okay, black people know how to straighten their hair.
Hmm.
Okay, I wanted one ponytail, two ponytails. Okay, we know how to do that. We're not fixing to cut our hair looking like doggone Bob's haircuts. No. Mm-mm. But
Mm-mm.
that dude right there, it had just first you come on here talking about some, yeah, I had to go through a couple of interviews. And nigga, you talking about a god doggone tennis, dominant white. You might be light skinned and you fit the profile of doing
That's just like saying, "Oh, I had to go cover interview at these golf clubs."
it.
I had to go to a cover interview at NASCAR.
Do you
What
see
the
anybody in the NFL or
NBA
the
or
NBA
baseball?
or
That's
baseball?
different.
Do you see any of the African American head coaches that's up there? Do you see any of them with dreads,
No.
braids,
Nope.
mohawk,
Nope.
different color hair?
Nope.
Do
See,
you
this is
see do you see any of the Caucasian folks with different color hair?
nope.
Clean cut, right?
Yeah.
And that's probably in their laws and their bylaws and
Yeah.
their thing. Hey,
Yeah.
if you're gonna be a head coach, you're gonna be the face of the organization. You're gonna look like this.
Yeah. And another thing, the Canadian father. How many melanated brothers and sisters are head coaches
Mm.
in college? Let's take it high school, college, or pros.
Now I'm going to say we probably have a lot more in high school and college than we do the NFL.
But not that many.
Not that many.
And how many melanated brothers and sisters are better coaches than some of these their counterparts, but don't get the chance?
Why do we continue to regurgitate coaches?
Yeah. 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 See, I'm gonna tell a story, but I'm telling my story, right? I've been locked up, right? And I already know how good a coach I am. I had a small team, right? And we played some big teams at the prison I was at. Nobody gave us a chance to win that tournament. But guess what? I was such a good coach. I was like, okay, since they bigger than us, we're gonna play a 1-2-2 press zone on their butt, full court on them. We ran them boys half to death and they was tired. And we won a tournament because everybody on my team could shoot, and we all game rebounded, and we could hit free throws. That's how you beat a big team in basketball. And I was coached on this. I worked for uh, uh, the housing authority where I'm from in East Alabama. They had a girls softball team. It was mixed with some Caucasian, Black, Hispanics on the team. Hey, we won a few games. You know what I'm saying? So I have coaching experience, and you'll see us how we break down on our sports shows. Hey, you'll see how we break down the game on our sports shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why you think people come on there and watch our sports shows?
Because we know what we're talking about.
There you go. See, don't try to spin the narrative that you got interviewed like a Caucasian when you didn't give your real name. Don't come over here talking about you got interviewed like a Caucasian because you are articulate. Don't come over here talking about you got interviewed like a Caucasian when all the places you said you got interviewed at was mostly Caucasian anyway.
But that still doesn't make sense. What does that mean?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. And thing is, bottom line is to this whole live is that we as melanated people gets discriminated because of our hair texture, our locks, our braids. And they want us to alter our hair to fit their narrative.
That's why you say you got to do your research before you go to a job interview.
Hmm. How many times on Facebook? How many times you heard me say it on Facebook and on here? Plenty of time, hadn't I? And when you get to you gotta make sure you read the bylaws and policies that they have in place so you know what you're talking about when you got pushback on them when they tell you to do something and you know it's not right. That's why I always say go read the laws. I don't state law, federal law, the company laws, policy. You gotta read it all so you know what you're talking about. See, if you want to come over here, if anybody want to come over here and have a healthy dialogue or debate, see, when people come on here, they come to the wrong channel, try to have a debate with me. You know that, don't you, Tony?
Oh yeah.
How long have I been studying this stuff? And we've been knowing each other over 5 years?
Yes, sir.
And how often I be telling the truth? Whole lot.
A whole. I mean, don't I never seen you step on your own dick about it.
And I'm gonna tell you why I said that. You know when you ruffle some feathers, we got people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, Paula White, and a man who runs a white supremacy group want to shut you down on Facebook. You remember that, don't you, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
Then put a battle on your head. See, I step on a lot of people's toes. I don't care who I make mad for speaking the truth.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do, though?
Yeah. Because, look, I know Tony. How many times you made somebody mad for telling the truth, Tony?
I don't even want to get in that rabbit hole because they might could pop out of nowhere. So we got to go back at it again.
But I said that to say this. If you don't want the truth, if you don't want the truth, don't come on D2 TV. Because you're going to be put on blast.
I mean, your name
But
is D True.
yeah, for a reason. See, I
That's
do a
just
lot of
crazy.
reading. I do a lot of reading, a lot of research, and people think I be just rambling on about something I don't know about. I don't know. Did you see that yesterday afternoon live or not, Tony? I don't know. Did you see that yesterday or not?
No, sir. I'm gonna tell you, I slept until this morning.
Yeah, and we let her talk yesterday too. We let her same person. We let her talk. He talked about God this, God that, and Mondo got her. Jason got her, and I got her. He said something like this right here. Uh, how you know right from wrong, right? From your parents, what they learn from their parents, and try to come with the Bible. And you already know. Don't try to come with the Bible with me. See, it's like this right here. We were growing up. If you see somebody do something wrong, they get in trouble for it. You gonna go do the same thing?
The devil's a lie.
Cause you went and stole some apple off of somebody's tree, and that person got in trouble for it. You gonna go steal an apple off the tree cause you want an apple?
Let's see if you let's see if you could get away with it.
Yeah.
Hell no.
No, I'm not. Cause guess what? At that moment, you realize what that person did was wrong, right? It's just like somebody go rob a bank or go rob somebody, break into somebody's house, and they get caught by the police. They get locked up, get 10 to 20 years behind bars. Are you gonna go do that?
Not I, sir.
Hmm. It's a lot of perfect example of right and wrong. See, that's why I say people can have policies all day long, but you gotta sit back and look at that culture, cause that culture gonna eat that policy alive every damn time. See, just like that high schooler, that young man in high school, all age students, talking about his dread with it down, come past the eyebrow. They talking about it was against their policy, and they were talking about, and when they said that, it was after the Crown Act came out in Texas, and they and the mother so the school board, and the governor. Nobody seen the governor, don't you?
Because he was with it.
Cause he's not enforcing the state law.
The state law. What you know what, and this is my out view on a lot of things. We got so much to worry about in this country alone.
Mm-hmm.
Hair don't need to be involved in it at all.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Your appearance, yeah, I get mad at my brothers and sisters who come out the house looking like who did it, who done it. I don't want to see another grown ass man or child at that. I don't want to see their ass. Sorry, that's just not me.
No, me too. I don't want to see it either. To
I
be
don't want to see. I don't want to see another grown man ass at all. I don't
mm,
want to know what. I don't want to know what kind of underwear you got on. Okay, so
you're right.
for you to sit around here,
Go ahead, Tony. You went out. Tony, you still there? You went out. Tony went out. He'll be back.
Can you hear me, Bob?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I
Oh,
can hear you now. You had went out for a minute.
yeah. Somebody called my phone. Um,
Don't you hate that?
yeah. So again, I don't want to see my sisters looking like clowns. Long eyelashes, discolored. They look like Big Bird hair. I don't want to see my sisters look like that. But and again, we got so much to worry about. Who am I to say, hey, you can't, you shouldn't dress like that, or you shouldn't do that? Because, like I said, I'm worried about how these kids are being raised. What these kids are going to endure once they get out of the house. And I'm not going to use up my time to say, hey, bro, hey, sis, look, you look like Big Bird's little cousin.
Hey, big bro, you on mute.
Dang, thing won't get out. Won't get out. We got 6 minutes for our brother, Jason, Jacob Big Dog, go live. His first live. Tony, you already know what. Oh Lord, hey, I can't wait to see what he talk about.
I'm gonna sit in the cut. I'm gonna sit in the cut and watch.
Why that?
Huh? I'm gonna sit in the cut and watch. Cause hey, your first live, I know he gonna go ham.
Hey, I'll just look. I know he saw what happened up here on this live because I already know he was watching, right? But thing is, I I keep telling people if you don't want my opinion, you don't want the truth, don't come over here.
Don't yeah. Too many people. Too many people in their feelings.
Yeah, yeah. And if you can't take nobody's opinion, see, I said this is what I said to him, right? I said, this is why they hired you. And he knew what I about to say. He kind of knew what I about to say. And if you didn't, if what I'm about to say wasn't true, you wouldn't try to cut me off.
Or get caught up in your feelings.
Yeah, I'll get a comment on your feeling. And see, that made me think that he knew what I was about to say. He thought about it. He thought about it. Put it away. He thought about it, and he realized that's the only reason they hired him. Sad but true. Sad but true.
It's lovely how. Hey, did we drop the link down in the comments
Hold on,
for
I'm finna do it now. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna drop this link down there. Hey, together, Silverback, everybody in the chat, go to Jake. Hold on. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. Hold on. I gotta get back. I gotta go. I had to use both of my phones. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Yeah, you got 3 minutes. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. Come on, come on. Yeah, here you go. Oh shit, come on. I don't want no voice. Are you watching on your TV?
I'm on my phone.
No, I'm talking together. Your little sister down there. There it is. I just dropped this link in the chat. That is Jason Jericho link for his live at 1:15. Any final word? Hey, there's gonna be a part 4 to this. There's gonna be a series of this right here. So it might be tonight. It might not be tonight. But then again, it might be in the morning, afternoon. Part 4. Put it away. Part 4 is coming because I'm gonna break it all. I'm gonna break it all down, and I gotta go look up all our people that either got suspended for school or we got fired for work for their hair. So everybody go sub up to Jaco Big Dog. The link is in the chat. Any final words, Tony?
Hey, don't get caught up in your feelings, bro, because we will expose you. That's my final words for the day.
Oh yeah. Hey, true final words, especially if you come over here.
Oh yeah.
Cause over here we got intelligent, smart people. And like I said, if you don't get put away, why you don't get caught up in your feelings, you gotta love and respect yourself because you see through all the BS. That's why we love and respect ourselves. That's how we be able to see through the BS. That we love ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Wolfpack, Tony, everybody in the chat, Now River, EJ Podcast, Among the Black, B Rod, J Cole, Silverback, It's Just ETV, Wax AP. Now see who is damn. Everybody else that 2 minutes to mention, and guess what? We are out of here.